I'm Johnny Lieberman, and you're watching LNP. What does LNP stand for?
Late Night Playset.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been on there. Yeah, it's a good show. You should like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
You trimmed your beard. You look great. And he did a shave. Everybody looks great.
What's up, you guys?
Kurt must be here. Beautiful. Hi, what's up, dude? What's up, Gus? Tommy. Hey, how are you? Good. It's good to see you guys. Good morning. The bubbles are falling, and we are back. The echo has stopped, and I think I'm ahead of schedule. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Tonight is Thursday. Hi, Instagram. Sorry about that over there. Hello, Claude. Hello, Lord Kurt Morris. We've got royalty in the house. 993 Andy is here. Pat Newcomer. TLG. Bob Linton is here. Excellent. TLG, I'm sorry about the horn honking when I left. We'll talk about this in just a second, but for the missus, I literally was pulling out of TLG and almost had the exact same thing that happened to us that night, where a car was literally just, I'm waiting to pull out into traffic, and the car that I'm pulling in between starts to back up and doesn't see me at all, and it's slow motion, and I'm like, I got no move here, and I just laid into the horn. Everything's brand new, the suspension, everything would have been fun. Sorry for all that. So that's what the horn was all about. Hi, TLG. Chris has a camera is here, late for biking. Flat 6 photographer, Robert Linton. That's what Marco was talking about. Grand impression, Nathan. On and on and on. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Tonight is Tuesday, September 20. No, I didn't do a card because I haven't been here. So hang on, let's do this by memory. Today is September 30th. 2 days later, right? Is that right? Last day of September 2021. It's the end of my birthday month. And other things. And then other things. Oh, wow. It didn't even occur to me. Like the crazy 2 weeks were after my birthday week. So was that anything? I didn't turn the number I turned and then unlock some crazy thing in the universe where shit got crazy.
No.
Thank God it wasn't my deal. So I have, none of this is right then. Danny Sparks is not here. 10 minutes with Brian Kelsey. I do want to tell you about again, actually. Because he was pretty interested in what we do too. In the meantime, my name is Jay Ryan. This lady over here is Nicole Ryan. We are the Ryans. We will be your hosts this evening here in the Late Night Playset. We are broadcasting every Tuesday and Thursday, live at 5. The guest this evening is an interesting one. We've only met recently, but But the 2 times, I know you only remember once, but the 2 times I remember talking to you, I remember just getting an awesome, good, warm vibe off this dude. And then you go to his Instagram, and you've got a huge Instagram following, so I can't be the only one who's into what you're putting down. It's just new to me, and hopefully it'll be new to you as well. Keys to the Jungle, Michael is here. I don't say your last name? We don't do your last name, right? Okay. Is it Durr? Michael Durr from Keys to the Jungle, at Keys to the Jungle on Instagram. Check him out while we're here on the show. You'll see what I'm talking about. Or if you saw the video I posted today where he was dancing on the trailer with the with the McLaren and then jumped off, it just made me happy, so that's why I chose that one. Anyway, Michael's here, and he's going to be in here in a few minutes talking about his crazy day as well as his Instagram and everything else. And in the meantime, he looks like that. There he is. That was the dance. Dance. Oh, I don't know how to load it in here.
I was doing this.
Yeah. So why were you? Were you just happy to see the car? Was it like I'm doing the happy dance because of the car?
Well, okay, so I had one idea when I was going into the video, and then a separate idea came out of it.
Okay.
So there was like a trend on Instagram where all these people were doing all these funny dances to that song.
Okay.
And then I remembered I can't dance, so I figured I'd kind of make it useful and kind of throw in some information that might confuse people or throw people off, and kind of mix some information in with some bad dancing, and people just comment.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Whatever it was, you nailed it. It worked. Oh, man. So, hello, Taylor, says Claude. Oh, it must be somebody else here. Steve. Hello, Smart Money Steve. Hello, David Keynes. Analog Speed. That's the Taylor he's talking about. Tom is here, 83911SC. Tob, I hope your remodel... Tob. Called him Tob. Tom, I hope your remodel is going well. My best to Tob. Tob. Todd, maybe. There's no Tob. I've never heard of a Tob. East Coast Feed, I don't have anything new. It's 20 years that Danbury... Oh, what fucking camera are we on? What is happening? Like I told you, it's not going well. Danbury Chive has been at BMW of Ridgefield for 20 years. And we said congrats on Tuesday, but I'm saying it again because it's a big deal. Also, Carissable just followed him the other day, and he sent me a message going, do I know this person? And I was like, no, dude, she's a fan from the show. He goes, oh, that's so cool. And he followed her back. There've been a handful of those, but it's funny. If you get a chance, if you drive a BMW and you are in the Fairfield County or Hudson Valley or Westchester County, any of those areas, if you're in the tri-state, Connecticut, New York, and New Jersey area, I'll even extend it to Massachusetts, folks. Today, listen, for the rest of the hour, even if you live in Massachusetts, you are invited. Go down and say hello to this guy. He's a riot, and he's my best friend in the world, so he's a good guy. I've known him since I was 18 years old. He's the one I talk about when I say, oh, when my dad died, I had to go get in the car business for a few months or whatever, and I worked at Saturn. I always tell everybody, Saturn, the car company. Different kind of car company. Different kind of car company. Oh, my God. It's just GM, folks. Anyway, that's where I met him. I was 18, fresh 18. He was probably 21 or something. He's a couple years older. Cohorts for life. Man, did we used to start some shit. It was great. So go see him at BMW. One day when I get my butt to California, maybe we can FaceTime. Haha. No, he's in Danbury, Connecticut. This is in Ridgefield, Connecticut, Carissable. You're close to him. Aren't you on the East Coast? Isn't she in the Jersey Shore?
I think
You're in the Jersey Shore. He's go take the drive just to say hello sometime. I don't know why I always say things and then expect an answer like at the telephone. You know what I mean? There's a delay even if they responded immediately.
I want you.
Oh, I meant us. Oh, I'm sorry, Carissable. Well, yeah, you get here anytime. It is harder for us, what with the 3,000 miles and all. MC3 Films is here. What is up? Tedward's here. Oh, my gosh. 2 of my favorite people. 2 of my favorite hosts. 2 of my favorite car hosts.
Really? Never sit down?
So what happened? No, Manuel Carrillo and Tedward. Oh. There are so many car hosts these days. It is saying something. What are you saying? Uh-oh. See no evil.
I'm used to being able to just say one-off shit, and, I can't anymore.
Because you're on TV?
And you pay attention, apparently.
Because we're on TV?
Yeah. I'm used to being ignored for years.
Hello! Seinfeld voice. He says, hello. It's funny because that is definitely the Seinfeld voice, but when I hear it to this day, and I even thought in the Seinfeld they were making fun of Mrs. Doubtfire.
That's what I heard.
Hello, with the pie and all that stuff.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Should we go on? Man, I'm still bummed about Norm, though. I'm still bummed about Norm. We talked about it last week on the show, but Norm Macdonald is a goddamn loss for all of us.
It gets worse every day. He's attached to something else every day that I see.
That's it. So that's what I was trying to say the first day, where it's like he's not as big as like a Jerry from like, you know him from this sitcom and from this project and this whatever. Norm never reached that level of stardom from any one particular thing. He did it by the numbers. He simply was in everything.
Yeah.
I miss him. And your colleague, would I call him a colleague? Whatever, your colleague who used to represent him. I mean, you're talking to again, and it must be a huge loss for him. Personal loss, I mean. Forget the professional.
He's got it in a weird way. Like, he didn't know, and, like, no one really did, but
Yeah.
I think he took that really hard.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a shame. R.I.P. Norm. Norm's a legend. That's what they say. Totally agree. Okay, on and on. Yellowcar 2.0. Let's talk about that real quick. I got here at 4:30 today because I have been out and about. We were, I have Yellowcar back. Let's say that. We have Yellowcar back. I don't even know where to begin how happy and excited I am. It's all good, and it's not even done yet. I am so excited. It's everything I ever wanted it to be, and it's still going to be more. It's great. But the logistics of it all today were a nightmare. So I have some people to thank. One, of course, our friends at Auto Kennel. Paul Kennel and Ed Kennel, the Kramers of the Auto Kennel, dumb. They were so nice to provide us with a car the entire time Yellowcar was over at TLG. It's really above and beyond. Yes, of course, they have plenty of cars, but to loan anyone a car at all is a thing. To loan anyone a car for a big distance of time, whatever, for 3 weeks, it's just a lot. So, and it saved us from having to do some things that we really didn't want to do. Finding a rental car right now that isn't a minivan or an F-150, and even that stuff, sucks. And you're paying like the premium, you're paying for a town car, whatever, it doesn't work. I'm not a big one for Uber, especially since the pandemic, and I'm not even like a fear person. I just like, I didn't like it then, don't really like it now. So anyway, Auto Kennel, thank you so much for the loaner. You brought back so many memories. I was able to relive so much of my childhood, even more, driving that car. Because the first couple days I was like, yeah, I guess it's not what I remember. And then the whole experience became what happened to me when I was 19 years old, which was, I didn't think it was all that much car when I got into it. And I was like, okay, well, it's still a Porsche. So, it's got all the things. But then I think I told you once I got in a fight with my girlfriend in the mall, like my high school girlfriend, whatever. And so whatever, I would drive home separately, and I was pissed off. I'm driving it really pissed off. That's what I'm trying to get to. And I learned what an amazing car the 944 Turbo is. You just have to drive the snot out of it like you're angry. And then you realize it's not even a little bit fragile or whatever you thought it was in the low revs. It just needs to be woken up. And 4,000 and above, you brought back a lot of memories and a lot of fond memories. And I could definitely see myself, yes, this has changed since I was with you last. I could see myself having one of those again. We got to get a different seat so I can lower that an inch or two and then bring the wheel an inch or two out. And then all of a sudden my comfort issues are gone. And then it's just a good driver. And it's like, I know I shouldn't say that at all because they're already going through the roof, the 944s and turbos especially, but it might be time, even though we shouldn't be doing it now might be the time to be looking. So there's that. Will on camera 3, thank you for the rides, buddy. Will on camera 3 picked me up from TLG the day we dropped Yellowcar off and drove me all the way back down to Auto Kennel to pick up the 951. Today, he did the opposite. He met me down at Auto Kennel and drove me all the way back up to TLG to pick up the Yellowcar. Above and beyond, so grateful. Thank you. It's long. For anyone else, it's like, oh, your friend's helping you pick up your car. Oh, it's fun. And all of the above. LA is not like that. And Auto Kennel's in Costa Mesa, which is Orange County, and we're up here in North Hollywood, which is the northern part of LA. It's not close and nothing's easy. And it took all day both times. So I'm really, really grateful. Thank you, Will on camera 3. And then now we got to get over to Marco at TLG, Steve, and Armando as well. I don't know what to say. It's everything I hoped for and didn't really expect it to be. The car is light. It is... I don't know how to describe it. You're going to see tomorrow. You're going to love it. It's going to be the same car you knew and loved, except it drives better than it ever has since we've owned it. And it sounds like a different car. It sounds like it's got the soul that it... You know how when we were drilling it up at the crest and it would always sound different than it did when we were just driving around town? Now it kind of sounds like that all the time. And then up there, I can't even wait. But it's got like a... Without being loud and obnoxious, it's got a presence now.
I'm so excited.
Universal sign for presence. I don't know. I see what it looks like I'm doing, and it wasn't intentional, but I'm definitely doing it. Maybe we need to get those to hang from the bottom of the presents.
No.
You guys know what I'm talking about. What is up, Reed? Hello, Mark Maximo. Poncho's here. Poncho Stees, New York. MS Wissa. M. Swissa, probably. John Conk. Kayla Marzo. Balls, he says. They're all saying balls. Balls. And RS Fitness Lifestyle joined as we're saying balls. What's up, Reed? How's the Devon treating you, man? It's pretty cool to see rolling the other day at where we were. The place ye shall not post about. Balls to the walls. Good point. Ghostbusters trivia, I still have it, but we did it already. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm killing time in my own brain if there's anything I was supposed to mention. Obviously, we'll do commercials and stuff, but Yellowcar 2.0, I'm going to go down these sponsors again just because I'm so grateful. Michelin tires, Michelin USA, thank you so much for our rubber and the next rubber that's going to go on at some point. Bilstein US, thank you so much for our coilovers. Amazing. I just rode on them for the first time. Can't believe the difference. We're waiting on the BBI stuff, but I'm going to thank Batim anyway because we're grateful Batim and BBI. BBI stuff en route. FD Motorsports exhaust on. Sounds amazing. Way better than I thought or hoped. I don't like the black tips. I'll tell you that right now. That's going to have to go. I'll spray paint them silver if I have to, but they're going silver again. Sorry. Darren from Pfister and I agreed titanium when we were designing this project, looking at the rest of the car, and everyone's like, but the rest is black. I'm like, we fucking know that. It's too much now, okay? So we want silver. And then what ended up happening is, remember, they sent like 2 lefts instead of whatever happened. It was a shipping mishap. And the only ones they had to correct the situation in stock were black. So we ended up with a damn black again. So whatever. I don't think that'll be on there permanently, but that's my only complaint. It sounds amazing, and I can't wait to rev it up a little bit and see what it really gets you. And then as it breaks in and the baffles, stuff change. But that's super cool. Here's the thing that maybe made the biggest difference, folks. We had some version of a lightweight flywheel on before, I think. But it was not this Osco one. This Osco one, the normal one's 30 pounds, and this is 13. 17 pounds lighter. It's huge. The difference on the way the car reacts, drives, revs, oh my God, it's what I always wanted. Now I can drive this car and I can rev it to my own. Bang, 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 if I want to. It used to be like such a slow... Holy crow. I'm not knocking Porsche and everything, but I mean, it's that way for a reason. Getting rid of all that weight now. It's great.
I can't wait. It looks
so great. Now add the sound to it then with that and everything. It's just got a presence now. And the fact that the 4-wheel balance, or whatever they call that, four-corner balance. Is that right? 4-wheel balance. You have to balance the wheels. No, what's the way when you're getting your alignment done, and then they put all the scales out and everything? That's 4-corner balance, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Did that too. Made a big difference. Huge. So drivable. So can't wait to see it up at Breakfast Club tomorrow. Can't wait to drive it up to Breakfast Club tomorrow. The shame of it was literally, it was like I said, like 4:20 or whatever. And Marco was already saying like, I'm on my way, traffic. I'm like, okay, nothing we can do about it. It is what it is. But I was thinking to myself, boy, there's a studio at home with no cameras on, no lights on, none of this stuff. So all I got to do was stressfully drive it from TLG to the garage and then run upstairs, get our stuff out, run upstairs. I have no idea I think it's great. I'm really excited about how great I think it is. In the meantime, I'll tell you. Was that it? Did I say all this stuff? Oh, no. IPD Plenum is going to go in. It's not in yet because of the dyno situation. He wanted to dyno it before and after the Plenum and GT3 throttle body. The idea is that those are two things that are supposed to add power. So we're kind of like, we want to see. It'll definitely do something. It'll probably change the power band, I'm thinking. But whatever. We want to see what the heck the actual market difference is. So it's got to go in for a. Maybe it just did that today. I don't know. Whatever. It's got to be dyno, then the IPD Plenum GT3 dyno again, and then we get it back. I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Whew, a lot of people to thank. It's amazing. This project wouldn't be anything without all those sponsors and TLG putting it all together. So get your car some TLC. Come on home to TLG. Go see Marco, Steve, and Armando. In the meantime, they say all that separates men and boys is the coverage for their toys. St. Clair Insurance has coverage for your toys. In this case, we're talking about collector cars and collector car coverage. St. Clair Insurance shops the top providers so you get the best coverage. If I were you, I'd go to St. Clair Insurance and check out Jeff Sinclair and his offerings. Simply go to coverageforyourtoys.com, coverageforyourtoys.com.
Coverageforyourtoys.com.
That's exactly right. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that the best bubbles in the world are made by Bubbletree, the American bubble company. I love the manual nature of that when I could just push this button and then they fall from the sky magically. I guess that chair's going to be wet when you get in here, Michael. Sorry. Oh, you see the hidden Mickey? There's one that's all... Oh, God. Oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? There was one that was connected. Did you see that? One big bubble and two small ones?
I did.
I'll have to play the tape back.
Oddly enough.
Oh, Danny Boy Golf is here. Hello, Danny Boy Golf, Chi-Town Cruiser. Hello, Aunt Anstead. How are you? I miss you, buddy. Can't wait to get you and Jensen in here when you are back and good. The Radford stuff is amazing. I don't know anyone who isn't excited about it. I can't wait to see the inside. I can't wait to drive it. I can't wait to see friends own them in their collections. It's going to be really great. I couldn't be more thrilled and excited for you. Do you remember when he was here and all of this was like an idea? Like it was happening in the background, but it was like there was a lot of stuff he couldn't even say on the show. Remember we were talking about it all the. It's all happening. Like we're seeing some of the results now when we went to that launch and everything. It's amazing. Such incredible accomplishments.
Pretty cool.
And they're making the last gasoline offering from Lotus Cars Lotus Cars. It's amazing.
So cool.
To be involved with something like that. Guy used to be a cop in England. A Bobby in England. I did that one. I did the Bubbletree. Tradecraft Farms. Oh my gosh. I got to tell you about Tradecraft Farms because this one over here wouldn't be functioning without Tradecraft Farms. And our friends at Sticky Vape. If you look behind me, over my left shoulder there, you can see the Downtown Arts District. And they moved in across the street there from the Dual Shift and the St. Clair Insurance buildings. Everyone who is advertising on the show, everything's going great. And the real estate downtown is hard to come by. And you know what? They're able to write those checks thanks to being here on the show. Sticky Vape moved in over there, and I went and took a tour of their new place the other day. It's awesome. It's really beautiful. It's not a store. I don't think you can go there. It's like their corporate offices. But the building, you went to the old one? The new one's way nicer. The old one was a gorgeous historic building, but it was on Skid Row. And now they're like in the Arts District, closer to Magnus.
Gorgeous.
It is. Where Crazy Gideon is. Crazy Gideon. You buy TV? Yes. Friends with Magnus. Raiden Motors is here. Raiden, you're going to have to check the feed from earlier when I was so grateful and thanking Will on camera 3 for his Uber detail. Above and beyond. Above and beyond. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You good on that? G13? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And last thing I think before we get our guest in here is I'll just tell you about the Breakfast Club stuff. It's not going to sell itself, folks. You got to... Here's the sticker pack. It's a sticker pack. They call it a sticker pack. I'm going to call it a sticker starter pack or a starter pack. This is like to get you going on the sticker. Here's a few cool ones from the Breakfast Club that'll get you going, but then begin your own adventures and add to them, you know. It's not a gang. No matter what anyone thinks at any other car shows, it's not a gang thing where, like, if you're displaying one car show's thing, you don't like these other ones or whatever. Like, oh, my God. I guess it is that way for some people, but I don't understand that at all.
Not us.
That's good vibes. Yeah, I just love this picture and all this stuff. David is killing it with the good vibe stuff. I know there's a lot of things coming, folks. Hey, folks. I don't know. Talking to the old people out there tonight. Hey, folks. Tell your grandkids to buy this stuff on the internet. Yeah, the good vibes, the 111, the light gray, the dark gray, it's all here. Go to DualShift, DuelShift, DualShift.com, or on the Instagram, @DualShift. Raiden Motors threw up his Halo sign for being such an angel, and I am grateful for your angel. Hey, did you see me almost get the new car, get T-boned when we were pulling out there? That sucked. Almost. That's what all the honking was about, buddy. Sorry for all the honking. How are you feeling? I haven't seen you. This when you came in here for the show at 4:59 is the first time I saw you today.
Other than my legs not working, I'm fine.
It's a big deal, though. It would be nice if they worked.
Yes, it'd
I
be
know
nice.
that's a tall order these days.
It's distracting, but if I keep my head on, it's okay.
If you keep your head on, does that mean if you don't think about it or if you do think about it?
If I don't let myself get distracted and overwhelmed by it.
Did you know she has multiple sclerosis? That's, yeah.
Here I am,
I was
folks.
telling Will today in the car ride, Will on camera 3, I was trying to explain to him, see you mañana, Pete McNulty. I was trying to explain to him so much about how you're different. And I mean, it ended up with the good side, which is you're a much nicer person than you used to be, which is very, very positive. But with that, I think all of that came with the perspective of your old shit fucking falling apart on you.
Yeah.
And that's how it is for some people. Some of us need a wake-up call.
Yeah, you see what's real when you have to look at everything and figure out what you want to keep. It's like going through the attic.
Yeah. Cleaning out your basement or something.
Yeah, and
Sure.
sometimes you can't walk afterward. You do what you need to do. It'll come back. It'll be okay.
I believe that if you genuinely believe that, then it will happen. That's what I believe. I believe it can happen also. But if you believe it will happen, then I believe it will happen.
It will.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
We all have to believe in our own life and future and path. And, if we don't have that belief and faith in it, well, we're definitely never going to get there. You know what I'm saying, right? How are you supposed to visualize and build something when even you don't believe it? It's like, well, it's not going to happen. You might get close even a bunch of times, but you're still doing that self-sabotage stuff that keeps it from actually happening.
Yeah.
I'm able to say this. I'm able to identify the behavior because of years of doing it my own self. But then it's a choice. One day when you decide you're not doing it anymore, that's it, because you find that anytime you notice yourself doing it from then on, you like don't forgive yourself. It's weird. You're too hard on yourself so that you almost, once you begin the desire to change, you almost can't stop but change.
Yeah.
Too wordy? Too much?
I followed it.
Okay. Hi, this is Jay Ryan from Late Night Playset reminding you to please like, subscribe, and comment below. This feeds the internet algorithm and eventually us as well. Be a pal. Like, subscribe, and comment below. It'll be fire. Oh, look at all this smoke denoting the fire. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thank God you find it funny. Oh, man, there are some things to announce, though, I guess. I don't know if I should say this on the show. We're kind of ahead of ourselves, but the behind-the-scenes team on this show just got dramatically bigger. We are going to have a writing team for the show, which means that we will now have to start having prepared writing segments and bits and things like that as we prepare to try to take this show further. So I'm going to hopefully be getting even better at this job than the amazingness you see in front of you before today, the talk show of all talk show hosts. Oh, God, whatever. I'm trying to get better at this damn thing. So I think that's going to help. And I don't mean like we've got more interns. I mean like I don't want to announce all of the stuff yet. Maybe it's too soon. But like professional talk show writers. Someone who has written on Letterman and Leno. head writer for both, actually, at different times. Worked with Norm Macdonald and stuff like that. So there's a lot of interesting behind the scenes things that are finally happening that we think will help take us places. So it's all good. It's all real. And the hashtag is correct. It is all happening. It is all happening. Let's take a quick break. Tell you a few words from our friends at Oh So Delicious Hot Sauce, the hot sauce made by bears. And we're going to get our guest in here, Michael from More Interns. Yeah. Sound and vibe are off, and 111s are backwards. Oh, the sound and vibe. Yeah, we took that off yesterday, didn't we? There was a whole reason we took that off when Danny was here. Sorry about the sound. I took the microphone off. Whatever, we'll deal with it next time. Oh So Delicious Hot Sauce. Then we're going to get Michael from Keys to the Jungle in here, and we will actually do some semblance of a interview. It's going to be more of a conversation. How was your day? More to come right after this. Oh So Delicious Hot Sauce, then Michael in that chair. Thanks for being here. Late Night Playset, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Broadcasting love and good vibes. Coming up at the top of the hour, we've got Hootie and the Blowfish, followed by Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, it's so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Garlic and serrano mixed with love and care. You can put it on your eggs, pour it on your rice. It's great on a leg, it's better on a slice. It's oh so delicious. It's the hot sauce made by bears. Oh so delicious hot sauce. Great on everything except oatmeal.
Get your bottle today at ohsodelicious.org. $1 from every bottle sold goes to the National Military Family Association.
What are you driving today? 63 356B. Hey, 111. What are you driving today? Here we go. Oh, this is fun, David. Thumbs up for sure. This just proves that you don't have to go fast to have fun. You don't have to go fast. Can you see my smile already? Okay, I'm impressed. You don't need to stick it. He's already got it. My car's going to feel slow as balls after this, I'll tell you that. Pedal down. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Is what it is. Somewhere there's one that says interlude. There it is. Oh, yeah. Now we're doing the thing. Let's see, make sure Michael's got a camera here. I like it. I like it.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Camera
All right,
five.
with that, we are back. Kill the echo here, and we are... Oh, that is a terrible shot. I'll fix that in a second. We are sitting here with Michael Dirr from Keys to the Jungle, at least is your Instagram account. I don't know if that's your business or your whatever else, but that's how I found you. The first time I met you was at Matt Farah's thing at Bluey's in Santa Monica when the Roma was out. We were checking out the Roma together. I don't know if you remember that or not. And then later, I think at Malibu Kitchen just a few weeks ago. Yeah. And I was like, dude, you should totally come do the show. And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Thanks for going with me in the fly by the seat of the pants thing and everything. Thanks for coming up here from Beverly Hills. I know that you had a day as well, so here I'll point this at you.
There we go. Yep, there we go. Point it up.
And then and tell me about what's going on with you, and then we'll just get to know each other while I fix that camera.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, definitely switch that camera because my feet can't touch the ground. So. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Today's been an interesting day, so it's always an adventure coming up to LA from Orange County. So
So
funny,
that's
we
it.
kind of
So
switched spots today.
You lived
yeah.
down in Irvine, and I was down there, and yeah, we did. We totally skipped it. So what? But all right, whatever. What happened today?
Yeah, so let's see. Well, I had Korean barbecue for the first time, so that was quite the experience there. Yeah. So I've never had it before, and it's not really an East Coast thing. So I grew up on the East Coast, so I'm kind of fresh out here. So
Where?
I grew up in Florida, and so
What part of Florida? My mom's in Florida.
Sarasota, land of the old people.
Sarasota, is that the handle? Is that the panhandle?
No, that's the west side. It's like straight across from Palm Beach.
Oh, straight across from Palm
Yeah,
Beach.
so I'm in between Naples and Tampa. Like
But
2
on the
hours
east
from
side.
Disney. Yeah, so Palm Beach is on the east side, and
Oh,
Sarasota's
Palm Beach is on the east
Gulf
side?
Yeah.
Oh. My mother's in Punta Gorda. That's on
That's
the
45 minutes away.
west side as well, right?
Yeah, I grew up 45 minutes from Punta Gorda. Yeah.
Oh. Well, is it nice? I've never
Neighbors.
been. I hear it's lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as nice as here. This
Oh,
is the
okay.
spot to be.
How long you
I'm,
been out here?
I moved out here in May. So, yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm fresh, yeah.
So, like, whenever I... Wait, were you visiting at one point? Or did I,
I
not
I
meet you?
travel
Maybe
here.
I met somebody else.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, my God, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Well, it's totally
I come out here a
possible
lot,
somebody
though,
else.
so possibly. But I don't know.
All right.
It's just...
Well, so tell us
But,
about you. You're young, obviously, so you're new to this whole thing, but you seem to have made a splash by looking at your Instagram following anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got over 200,000 followers. That doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
Even if you've got a machine going, you know what I mean? It doesn't happen overnight.
No, I've seen it happen overnight because someone posted a funny picture of an egg, but that's not me. Yeah, I started over 7 years ago. So I started in high school. Yeah.
You started your Instagram 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
and you've been consistent with it to grow it to that
Yeah.
size? There you go.
Except today. I posted like once. I usually post 3 times a day. I've been posting less lately. Just been doing so much other stuff, you know?
Are you following, like, not an algorithm, but like a human rhythm where you're supposed to, like, oh, you're supposed to post 3 times a day and at these times and with this type of content and it's a reel
Sorta-
and a
sorta,
story and a
kinda,
whatever?
yeah.
Do you do all that?
I mean, not like a robotic sense per se. You know, obviously everything changes with the algorithms and all that other stuff. So I'm always adapting on the fly and learning this. And there's the mic. Here we go. Mike and Mike. There you go. So, but yeah, I mean, I started out like just posting cooler stuff than most people. I've just seen so many cool things. And then,
just based on your own interest, though, right?
yeah, just like cool,
Like, did
fast
you
cars.
think you were was it intentionally gonna be a huge Instagram that could make money for you, or was it just your
No.
own personal page at first?
all the guys that I know that started out, they posted it because they love it,
Mhm.
right? Like nobody's goes in it and is like, yeah, I'm gonna make $1 million from this, and I'm gonna meet all these cool people, and
Well, hang on,
get
people
a
think that. It
following
just
all-
doesn't work that way.
I mean, I think some people do, but the people that are truly successful, they did it because they love it.
Fully agree.
So,
But a lot of people go into it, they
and
try
they're
to
like, I want to make $1
replicate
million
that
and do
success.
that, and
Yeah.
they all fail. So, well, most of them. So
No, I agree.
it's all, you know, like I just did it because I love cars. I eat, sleep, breathe cars. So.
What's
I
the
mean, it's
car
all-
scene in Florida, though? I mean, isn't it more like straight line fast?
It's
Like horsepower, Corvettes?
It's a
stuff like that?
mixture of different stuff. So like in Sarasota, it's it's an older crowd, so it's a lot of Porsche and Corvette people, right?
Yeah.
So which are 2 completely different groups.
Yeah.
Somehow they live together.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't understand
And
that.
then like
They
South
can't
Florida,
drive. The two vehicles can't. They're not engineered the same. They can't drive
No,
together.
not at
so how
all.
do the people? How do the personalities align?
I don't know, but I guess
What about hot rods? I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no,
Like
hot
older
rod-
people generally hot rod stuff, maybe.
there's some like hot rods and muscle cars and whatnot, but and then South Florida's like all the flashy stuff, so all the Lambos and the Ferraris and crazy stuff.
Oh, the newer,
Yeah,
shinier.
rental cars.
Right. Yeah, the South Beach stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The ridiculous South Beach. So glad to be 3,000 miles away from there.
It's refreshing to hear. Most people
It's great to visit. Terrible to live near.
We were just at Pop's party the other day at Sergio's house, and he just got back from Miami, and I was like, how was it? Because neither one of us really care for it very
Yeah.
much from our limited experiences. And he was like, oh, I loved it. He goes, I could live there. And we were like, really?
It's because it's so cheap compared to here. That's part of
Oh,
it.
that's a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
there's
true.
no taxes and all that stuff. It's a good life out there. But it's way more fun out here. Cars are better. The people are generally better here. So
was it your cars and Instagram that brought you out here? Was it like, oh, I'm going to get into the car life or stay in the car life by going?
kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, I always wanted to live out here.
Oh, okay.
I came out here in 2006 with my family. And I was like, this place is cool.
Just for like Disneyland vacation type of thing?
Yeah,
or
we
was
did a
there
3-week trip throughout the whole state. So we started in San Diego, went to Lake Tahoe, like all of Beverly Hills, all that.
If you're
San
going to see all
Francisco.
of that, it's easy to fall in love with California. If you're
Yeah.
going to come here and see more than just Los Angeles, it's very easy to fall in love with
Yeah, and I'm
California.
like, wow, this place is cool.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much. You could do everything here.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't go back for like the longest time, like 10 years. I came back and I was like, yeah, I need to find a way to live out here. And then, yeah, the Instagram and advertising stuff, like it all came together and helped me move out here. So I'm thankful for it.
So how does your thing work then? I mean, I don't know how much of this you can talk about, and I don't know how much you care to talk about, but I'm just curious. Like, how is your Instagram and that advertising thing? Is that all similar? Is it all tied in?
Yeah, it's all tied together.
Is your content like you've created a business out of it by like, oh, I'll go make this content for you and it'll get this many hits. And blah,
Yeah,
blah,
so
blah, blah, blah.
I actually created a business as soon as I graduated high school. So I had my first business.
Shit, you
And then-
fucker.
Yeah, and then
Bravo.
it's not like I knew what I was doing, right? So I kind of fumbled around with it for years and got a marketing degree in the process and
No shit.
started traveling the world doing it. And it was kind of cool. And
So do you have your own company then that I just didn't know
yeah,
about?
so Keys to the Jungle's a company. Yeah.
It's not just your Instagram, it's
Yeah.
Instagram and the billboard for your company.
Yeah. So
Whoa.
pretty
It's like,
cool.
look, I can do this, fools.
yeah. So
But that's what you want. It's a calling card.
exactly. So I mean, I have all the contacts now, which is cool.
So you, forgive me for being so stupid, but you grow other people's accounts? That's what it is, basically?
I've done
Or-
some of that. It's kind of just morphed into all sorts of different stuff. I started with like helping people on social media and helping businesses on social media, and then I realized that like business doesn't care about social media. So except like certain types of businesses really do, and so like there's a whole like
The
industry
kind
of
that want your
but-
data, right?
Yeah. So but then like I realized like I'm not really a photographer, not really like a videographer, like a content and creative director.
Mm.
So like I know how viral content works, right? I've seen it. I see how people think on social media and all that. So I'm like, I need to think bigger than like helping people on social media. So, I realized like I want to make Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's like the next tier, Like
Well, but it's not that far of a jump these days,
Exactly,
right? Like
yeah,
if you,
it's not
like
at
we were
all.
saying before, if you can see the path, you can totally get there.
Exactly. So, yeah. So like from there, it's like now I'm starting to work on just creative campaigns and doing all
Holy
that type of
shit.
stuff. And yeah,
This
obviously
is
sticking
amazing.
with automotive stuff because I kind of know cars a little bit, so I know the industry a little bit. So it's pretty cool.
But this is amazing. This would be so cool because the type of stuff you do is what Super Bowl commercials are. They're kitschy, they're gimmicky. They're like there's a little hook to them. There's
Oh
a
my God.
reason
And
that they
get
go
worse.
viral.
Yeah, and they're getting worse and worse.
They're not good. There's nothing like it anymore. When I was a kid, there was those Budweiser frogs and whatever. That was like the end of it.
Budweiser.
Yeah. And it was what's
Yeah.
you know.
Like that. Yeah.
Those were the things, and then everybody was talking about it the next day. I haven't seen anything from that in years.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Did you see the one from whatever?"
Yeah, there was I think one good commercial in the last 5 years. And that was Procter and Gamble took a few of their brands and brought them together in a commercial, and that was cool. Like that's
Isn't that
cool. Like
amazing?
Mr. Clean is like promoting Tide. And you're like, huh?
Oh, that's funny. Almost
Yeah.
like the Avengers, like it crossed.
They all cross promoted all their
Aunt
products. in a
Jemima's
commercial.
cleaning the floors. Mr.
Yeah.
Clean's making syrup.
Literally, yeah.
I get you. I get
It was
you.
cool. So that was like the last cool commercial I remember. Besides that, like creativity is just like going downhill. Yeah.
Is it harder because of the way that anybody and everybody can create content and get it out there now? Is that why it's harder to rise above the creative din? Or is it just that, we've lived so long and we've done so much that we've thought of everything? Like we need to start redoing the old stuff again.
Well, I think some of the, the fact that everybody can create stuff is kind of putting a damper on the industry,
Yeah.
Like, it's...
A lot of
I
crap
guess
out there.
How do I explain it? Is more like the demand for creativity has gone down because there's just, like, people can get stuff for a tenth of the price. So
Yes.
then they get a tenth of the quality. But they don't realize that or care because...
Some people can't see it.
Yeah.
To them,
So-
it looks the same. Oh, Exhibit
Yeah.
A and B are the same. When
until-
you took
yeah.
an artist looks at it and you're like, "Are you nuts?"
Yeah, exactly. Until someone breaks it down for them, they're like, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
That's
it's a Veloster and a
huge
911 turbo. It's like, well, wait a second. They're cool cars. Sure, they both are.
Yeah.
Everything. They all check all the boxes, but they're radically different.
Yeah. So
All right.
it's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's like comparing like a Prius to a LaFerrari. They're both hybrids,
Right.
but
That's kind of
very
perfect
different.
point. Yeah.
So
So is that stuff that you have to navigate, or that's sort of once you're into the ones and zeros of it all, none of that really matters because it's business?
I mean, I don't really care what other people are doing because my ideas are pretty creative, right?
Mhm.
So I'll come in and I'll be like, "What do you think of this?" And they're like, "Whoa, that's cool."
They didn't see it coming.
And yeah, it's like, most people, they're so like entrenched in what they're doing. They don't care about the creatives. So when someone comes in with a cool idea, they're all about it.
Yeah.
So like a lot of these people, they come in and they just are like, oh, I'll do something simple and easy for you. And I'm not saying my stuff's complicated, but I can come in and just like, you know, do something that they're like, wow, I haven't seen anything like that before. And some of it's really difficult to coordinate. So, like, yeah, I probably shouldn't talk about some of the projects coming up, but I'm working on some really interesting stuff.
I can see the excitement in you.
I
can see it. It's great.
Shut down roads and all this stuff, and yeah, it'll be cool.
You're doing what you always dreamed of doing.
I want to wake up in the morning. If it's 5 a.m., like I want to wake up and enjoy waking up at 5 a.m. if I have to. So,
how old are you now?
24.
That's so rad. You're going to do anything and everything.
I hope so. That's the goal. Like, life is limitless, you know?
Totally. But my point is, like, Super Bowl commercials are going to come before you're 30. So, like, where are you going to go after that, you know?
I know. I gotta keep setting goals, I guess.
It's awesome.
So
it's fantastic. Do you work with anyone, like, I'm trying to think, you know those, what the hell's the name of their company? It's Dylan Mystery. They're working with magnets, something for films. Come on, guys, help me here.
Oh, Native 4.
Native 4, thank you.
I just reached out to them the other day. I love their work.
I was just going to say, you have the same type of excitement and exuberance for the art and the mechanics as those guys, and I feel like you guys could work together.
Super bad, yeah.
Oh,
they seem super cool. So
okay, let's make that happen.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm happy to do an invite or evite or whatever you do. No, it's not an evite. Intro.
Intro, yeah.
You guys want an evite? Who's coming to my party? Oh my god.
Virtual parties. Let's do it.
Also, what year is it? I mean, do they still use evite? Like evite's still new to me because it's like a virtual thing. It's from 2001, I think.
Yeah, I love their stuff. That's. I was literally looking them up like 2 days ago.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I messaged them 2 days ago. I was like, I want to talk to you.
That's so funny. I can't believe it. So, gosh, I kind of can't believe you're as accomplished as you are at 24 years old. I mean, it's kind of amazing to me, and I'm so impressed with you that I almost don't know what to do with myself. It's like, what's the follow-up to that? Like, I took 20 years off between my dream and doing what I was supposed to do and then living life in the middle, and then, like, now we're getting back to it. I can't imagine if I just kept going from 18 straight on. You know, my dad didn't die, all the stuff. You get this, and then you're already like where I am now. And then I can't even imagine. Like, I'm so excited for you. Do you think about this stuff ever? It's probably best to not.
I mean, I don't really put myself on a pedestal, you know? Like, I don't think anything I've done is really, like, out of the ordinary. I just, like, focus on my work and try and get as much as I can done.
I think that's it. I think the
think
fact
it's my
that you have that
personal
perspective
motto.
and that you don't think it's anything, I think is perhaps what I'm saying is so good. And of course you can't see it from the inside if I'm right.
Yeah, but like, you know, I look at it as my personal motto. Like, life is short and so am I. So
You How tall are you?
5'1", maybe 5'2". Depends on what shoes I'm wearing.
Sure, fair enough. And when did you start being this height?
I haven't grown since like.
See, I wasn't trying to say that.
10th grade.
I wasn't trying to say that. It was
I-
probably 10th grade for me too.
Yeah, I've always been on the smaller side.
Are your folks shorter too?
Yeah, I'm taller than my mom, so.
Oh, well then, gosh, you're breaking generational curses all over
Oh,
the
yeah.
place.
Oh, my grandma's tiny. Yeah, she keeps shrinking too. It's like, wow, I feel really giant next to grandma.
So obviously that's adorable. Short, and so am I. One of your things that's even on the top of your Instagram, and then we talked about it live in person, is when you meet people, one of the first questions you often ask is, "Are you happy?"
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So I've done a bunch of stuff through social media where I'm like, I want to impact people more than just like posting cool cars, right? And like, it's really hard to show a genuine side to yourself through social media where everything is filtered, right? So I was like, okay. And I was trying to figure out like where I fit into the world, like in college. And so Instagram released the poll option where you could put like a yes or no or whatever. And I was like, oh, I should ask people if they're happy. Like, that'd be cool. So I asked, like, are you happy? Yes or no? And it's like almost every time it's about 30% of people that say no. I'm like, okay, what are these 30% of people doing wrong? And maybe they're not doing anything wrong. Well, so I just message a bunch of them.
Oh wow! You don't even do the look at the detective work on the page. You just go, "Hey, what's your problem today? I'll talk to you."
I just say, "Why aren't you happy?"
Awesome.
And then they open up and they're like, yo, like, you just got this or that going on. Usually it's just like, you know, I don't want to undermine their stuff, but usually it's nothing like really big. So I kind of just talk them through it. And like a lot of these people, they just need someone to talk to.
Yep.
Like their friends aren't going to be like, hey, how you feeling today? Like,
Yep.
usually your friends don't do that.
No.
You're just like, hey, let's go have fun.
Nope.
And
You
like,
got to hang out with our friends because
So-
we all do that. But
Yeah.
you're right. So simply just being an olive branch, just being a
Yeah.
sounding board, just being somebody who cares for 2 seconds.
Yeah. And then
You're
all
like a
these people-
suicide hotline. You don't even know. You're like, you could be really providing a big
Hey,
service here.
today's the last day of Suicide Prevention Month, so exactly. So a lot of mental health needs to be checked in online. Like there's a bunch of scary stuff going on that people can't even control these days.
Mm-hmm.
Like they get so much data and they're like overwhelmed by all this stuff.
There's not enough time to process all
So,
the
yeah.
information, right?
But yeah, I
I
was trying to
agree.
like figure out like, you know, I'm trying to figure out the world as everybody else is, and like, you know, part of the reason I kept pushing the Are You Happy stuff, not trying to push an agenda, but like I'm trying to figure out why the world works, right?
Mm.
And so I looked at it as, okay, well, why aren't people happy? And so, you know, I got all these different things, and you know, I thought
You're doing
a
your own
big-
market research by everyone's
but yeah, I get my own
experiences.
market research. Obviously, like I have a only select group of people that like cars, but like, you know, I realized that confidence is a big part of it, right?
Mm.
And you know, confidence is a big thing missing on a lot of social media, and just people they don't know how to be confident. You're not taught that. There's nothing in school that teaches you that. Parenting doesn't, you know. When you grow up, you're not like, this is how to be confident. Like, you just
No.
kind of figure it out on your own. And it's weird. It's one of the few things that
I find
you
it-
learn on your own.
Yeah, I had to. For me, you had to fake it until eventually it felt like you
Yeah.
were faking it less and less.
Exactly.
You know?
Well,
But
you
you're
have
like
to
pretending. You're just pretending to be brave.
And I was like, okay. So then I had to, like, dig into it. I'm like, why aren't people confident? It's like, where's the self-esteem gap?
Hmm.
And so I kept, like, digging into it.
You got a
lot of introspection,
psychology minor next to that
Yes.
marketing major.
Oh, my God. I did really bad in my psych class. But
It surprises me. You seem to be
failed the
following
memory
the threads
test of
pretty
all
well.
things, right?
That's funny.
But yeah, but no, then I was like, you know, looking into it like introspectively, and I'm like, okay, I think the biggest part of it is that people don't know who they are, right? And so like all the stuff that I do, whether it's like the advertising stuff or the social media stuff, is like I'm helping people better understand themselves.
Mhm.
It's like it's really hard to like, you say, what are you good at? You have to think about it. You shouldn't have to think about what you're good at. You should know, like, these are my strengths. These are things I need to work on. And, like, nobody, I don't say nobody, but, like, very few people actually, like, sit and process themselves. They process everything around them.
Yeah, well
and
said.
themselves is last.
Well said.
So-
Most people I meet in the world don't have any idea who they are.
Yeah. And if people knew who they were, the world would be far more efficient, far happier. There'd be less wars, less conflict.
I always tell people that if you simply followed your dreams, you would get there, and
Yeah.
you would be happier, and therefore a better person for the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just always promoting good vibes.
Yeah,
I like it. Good vibes are good.
Right on. Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I wasn't trying to put you on a pedestal before, but I was trying to. I want for the same reason. It's like I love when I see something in somebody. I like making sure everybody knows about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this guy's amazing because, and whether I'm right or wrong, I want people to know what I see because I think you're amazing because, or whatever it is. And if you want to be on a pedestal, I'll put you up on a pedestal.
Hey, I'll be 5'6". That's awesome.
What happened to you today that you had a day, or was there anything
Oh,
in particular?
Yeah. So, well, one of the companies I work with is a Shark Tank company, actually.
A Shark Tank, the show.
Yeah, they were on Shark Tank 2 years ago.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's caffeinated gum. It's like my
Oh, I
favorite thing in the
remember that.
world.
I think we
yeah,
remember that.
Neuro gum.
Neuro
It's amazing.
gum.
Totally.
Yeah, so I was with-
Wait, they sent us some. You remember that? They sent us some to give to Serena, to give to a bunch of your clients.
there
Yes,
you go.
they did.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I remember this.
They're awesome people. So I had lunch with the CEO today. Super cool guy, Kent. He's like,
Was he the guy from the show?
He does some, yeah. Him and his co-founder Ryan, they were both on the show.
Awesome.
They pitched the stuff to the sharks. All the sharks wanted to invest. They all turned it down. Like they turned all the sharks down.
No shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
They knew what they had.
yeah. So it's pretty awesome. Like they have a really, really good product. So I like that was my first time meeting them. I've worked with them for I don't know, 7, 8 months.
Oh,
So and
during
I never,
COVID.
Yeah, I never met like the guys, so that was cool.
Funny.
And yeah, he's doing all sorts of cool stuff. He does like these giant street murals and everything. So I got to know him. I had Korean barbecue for the first time.
That's who you were
awesome.
with?
Yeah, I was in Koreatown. It's awesome.
That is very cool.
So
Is that the one where you cook it yourself on the thing in the middle?
kind
not.
of, yeah.
No.
So well, they kind of cooked
That's
it
what I
in
thought.
front of you, yeah.
Okay, like a
So-
hibachi type of deal.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. They have like a little thing in the middle, and they put the stuff on there, and
Yeah, I've been to
they
a
have
couple
all
of those
sorts
where
of
they bring out
million
the,
different bowls and everything. It's so cool.
Maybe it's the same thing. I went to one of
Yeah.
those where you go and you order everything, but it all shows up raw, and then you cook it all yourself.
Yeah.
You dip it in the thing or put
Yeah,
it on
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
the
pretty
heck.
much, yeah.
Yeah,
So it was pretty cool. And then from there, yeah, I stopped by all the different car dealerships.
of course.
I had some
Are you
time
getting
in between this.
Oh, so no, you're not just snapping free content to put out there because your content is paid for.
Some
or
of it,
some.
yeah. So
But do you need to just there's the new whatever the heck, like
Kinda,
Cody
yeah.
Cody LA Car Spotter, like that's his whole thing is he goes
Yeah.
to these places
Oh,
and
just-
finds
yeah,
these
just
cars
like
so that
Cody,
we don't
yeah.
have to.
he
You
and
do
I
that
do
too.
a lot of that.
Okay.
So it's always a competition between all of us to see who sees stuff first, and he always wins.
Really?
Cody's a legend. Yeah.
He must just be out and about all the time.
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty,
mean,
or
works-
he's got people.
He works
he's like
a lot,
TMZ.
but
He's got people
Yeah.
tipping him off all over the joint.
that's mixture. Yeah. So he knows the right spots to be and the right people doing the right stuff, and
Did
he sees some cool stuff.
his wagon's totaled? I guess, huh?
Yeah.
That's a bummer. I like that thing. That was cool.
Something about Yellowcars.
Ah.
Too soon. Anyway, sorry, folks. Sorry.
And luckily we were fine today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bummer. But that was a wrap, wasn't it? Or was
Yeah,
his car yellow and
yeah.
the green was a wrap?
Both of them were wraps.
Both wrapped, yeah.
His car,
I think black or
black.
something.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love an Audi wagon though.
yeah. So
Love an
that
Audi
car was so
wagon.
cool. I have a picture of me in that car.
With the big wheel on the top and everything.
Yeah, when it was yellow with the banana suit. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, peanut butter jelly time,
Yeah.
peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. What, you don't know? Oh man, you better ask somebody. So good. So did we say what got you into cars? You said there was a car culture in Florida, but
Yeah.
like what? Did a family member have one, or was it? Did you went to the mall and saw a
I mean,
Corvette?
yeah,
like what the hell
when,
happened?
When I was little, like I always got like little toy cars and all that stuff.
Me
and
too.
It's like my dad's not really a car guy, my brother's not really a car guy, but they were both really into monster trucks.
I like that.
My
too.
brother's like
Bigfoot
straight up
barefoot
redneck.
grave digger.
Yeah. My brother and I are like polar opposites. Like I love him to death, but like he and I are like so different. It's not even funny. And
Still finding himself.
yeah, well, not even that. Like he's happy, but like he and I just live completely different lives, which is really funny. But yeah, he's into like monster trucks and all that. So I got into that, and then from there you kind of work your way over into muscle cars. I was like, oh, the Camaro is the coolest car ever. All right, and then I was
Oh, so
like,
you're a
man,
kid, so it's the modern day Camaro that's back out, right?
yeah, the
Like
yeah, I like the old
2010 or whenever it
yeah,
came
it
back
was
out.
like when that stuff came out, like Gen 6 or whatever.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I sat in one. I was like, that's not cool. Yeah, and then childhood friend, he got me into all sorts of stuff. Like my childhood friend, he made my Instagram account, literally like my first Instagram account, not the Keys one. And then, yeah, he got me into like, he taught me about all sorts of different types of music. He taught me about all sorts of different types of cars. He was all into that like high end like real estate and cars and fashion and all that.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
all like this
Very lifestyle,
yeah, I
Porsche
was-
lifestyle.
I was like low key
Yeah.
about everything. I was like, why? And then I
That's-
started, and then he like knew all the prices of cars, and I'm like, how do you know that this Bentley costs $160,000, this 458 Italia costs $310,000? I'm like, I need to learn the prices of cars to like keep up knowledge wise.
Yeah.
I'm super competitive if you can't tell.
Well,
And-
you definitely have an edge in there. I
yeah,
can see come
and
out
so
sometimes.
I was like, I need to learn all this stuff. Like I love learning, so.
But you seem to be a good, efficient learner.
I try to be.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I started learning about all sorts of cars, and then took a photography class, and the Instagram thing happened, and then it's just like rush of knowledge, and then yeah, kind of everything went from there.
Man, I could just think of you back in the old days before there was the internet. You know what I mean? Like I bet you learn at a rapid rate to the point where
Yeah.
like I bet you can't be taught very well because you probably learn faster than people are able to teach.
Correct,
Like you're like,
yeah.
I got it.
Yep.
I got it. You know, move on.
Yeah.
Not good in a classroom setting, I'm guessing. I mean, when I was a kid, if you wanted to know something, you had to ask someone who knew, or like grandfather here. Or go look it up, right?
Yeah.
Like look it up like at an encyclopedia
Yeah.
or God damn it, go to the fucking library or
Yeah,
something like
oof.
that.
What are those?
Well, nowadays, it not only is the library in your hand, but like you can go deep on any subject you want in
Yeah,
order
it's
to learn.
crazy.
Is
You
that
just gotta
kind
be,
of
you got to be careful about the phone though, because you don't know what information is verified. Like there's
very
a lot
good?
of like,
This is where I was going.
yeah,
Very
there's a
good.
lot of levels to what has to be put into books and encyclopedias and all that, right? So
a lot of checks and balances to get there.
yeah, exactly.
This
So
you can say it and post it.
exactly, like
It's what we were talking about before.
yeah,
Saturation.
exactly. Like Skittles are grown in the ground.
That's not true.
It says it on the internet.
No,
It's gotta be true.
taste the rainbow. But you're right.
Yeah, but they
you're
grow
totally
in like
right.
little live fruits, and you cut them open, and then the factory
No.
puts the S's on it, right?
Yeah. When I was a kid, the argument was like cartoons. When you shoot somebody in the face and their face turns black, they don't die, But if you do it in real life, like that was the
magic, yeah.
But that was the divide of like now real life and cartoon. Nowadays, I don't know that people even know the difference between what's real and what's
Yeah,
isn't. And then I watch that movie Idiocracy, and I go, well, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, have
How
you
do we even pull out from this?
Have you seen The Social Dilemma?
No. But only because
Super
I
interesting.
don't want to. The things that are in that movie, I was saying 10 years ago. But you're right. I do need to see
No,
it.
it's really well made, right? In terms of the editing.
But maybe that's the answer. Does everyone have to see that movie? Is that how we pull out of the dive?
Mm-mm.
It doesn't help.
Nope. Because basically I'm not going to spoil it, but part of it is talking about how there's so much information being thrown at people that everything at a certain point becomes like polarizing. So even if everybody watches the same thing, they're going to have two separate opinions about it.
Yeah, it's true.
And then everyone forms into two groups. And so we're kind of past the tipping point. So I got to be careful about what I say online.
Everybody does.
So
Why do you say that for you?
I mean, I think everybody does too, but when I have thousands of people looking at what I say every day, like, gotta be careful.
Yeah. There's a responsibility to it.
Yeah, and
That was a broadcasting
es-
thing.
especially if I'm asking people if they're happy and kind of guiding them through stuff. Like they look up at me as a role model.
Yeah, and even though you're not a doctor or a clinician,
Yeah.
you're fulfilling a little role there. It's a
I'm
fuzzy
not-
area.
I'm not licensed to do anything.
Right. But
except
you're just
drive.
being you're just being a friend.
Yeah.
You're just being a friend. You're not
Exactly. So, and a lot of these kids, like a lot of people that follow me are like 15 to 18 years old. Like they're figuring out the world. I don't want to influence them the wrong way, so.
But you're taking the responsibility serious. Back in the day, you used to have a license to do this job, a broadcasting license from the Federal Communications Commission to do this job. Now anybody can get this shit off of Amazon and go, "Bah, bah, bah, bah." It's what you said, the checks and balances that get something into a book. Someone used to have that in order to get this chair. I don't know what we do. I mean, is this turned into a conversation about the end of civilization?
I know.
But it kind of is. Like, what does it? I told her like 10 years ago, I go, well, they're just going to have to get to a point someday where they turn the internet off. And I really so firmly believe that until this COVID thing, when all of the money got, everything
Thrown
changed.
into the internet.
Yeah, into all of the stuff,
Makes
from
it
the
way more
Venmos
fun.
to the Bitcoins to everything else. And I'm like, oh, well, now they can't turn it off because of the money factor. So I'm
Yep.
like, well, I don't know what happens now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happens now. In my mind, I had sort of
Just
it
wait till
goes this way or this way.
Wait
And
till
now
money's replaced.
but aren't we there? I mean, not
Yeah,
literally
Crypto's
fully, but
working on it, but we'll see. It's going to be a fundamental shift sometime in the next 25 years.
at max. I mean,
So-
like, the shift, I think,
I
will
mean-
have long transpired by then, don't you?
What is it? Is it Murphy's Law that everything changes so fast? I forget.
Murphy's Law is anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh, there you go. It sounds about right. But yeah, no, there's one rule that like technology is like everything changes in 2 years.
Oh, yeah, there is a ratio to it.
Yeah.
You're right, yeah.
So it's just getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster.
Man,
So
I hate to have these existential conversations with people because I'm, like everyone, I'm looking for an answer from everybody. And I'm like,
There is no
you're
answer.
24 years old and you know different stuff, so
Yeah.
what is it for you?
well,
You know?
that's the thing though. There is no answer,
Right.
So I think like if everyone just focuses on living their best life now,
Oh, man.
like then and you're just appreciating what you're doing. Like, who cares what happens in 20 years?
No, people don't feel that way, though. I'm so with you. Live in the present, and as long as you're living in the present, then you can decide exactly what your future is, because you just keep making those decisions, right? You can go this way or that way.
I forget who told me. Someone told me, take everything you've ever done in the past, and instead of dwell and analyze it, use it to make the best decisions in the present so that you can get to where you want to go in the future.
Make it a metric.
And I was like, preach.
Yep.
So
That's how you turn every bad thing into an opportunity.
exactly. Love opportunities. Like the opportunity to be here. This is so cool.
Oh, yes, real opportunities. Thank you for that.
Hey, you never know where this will lead.
When
That's
I was
the thing.
very true. When I was on Saturn, when I was working at Saturn, that was one of their words. They didn't have problem. Customer doesn't have a problem. We at Saturn have a unique opportunity. And I learned that
out of
there.
business. Whoops.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of fundamentals that you know what the funny thing about that? Only the car company is all that's gone. The fundamentals that made Saturn different from every other car company are now adopted by every car company today. Go. Every single one. Specifically coming to mind, Porsche. It's crazy pants.
I want a Saturn Sky. I think that's such a cool car. I haven't seen
one. Well, that
one
was
in
really
a
a
long time.
Pontiac Solstice, right? Is that what that one was?
They made both of them. Yeah. So they made 42,000 Pontiac Solstices, and then they made 11,000 Saturn Skies.
Skies, yeah, with
like
the plastic
Sky
panels.
is so cool. Yeah.
It's arguably better looking too. It's a little choppier instead of the rounded. Yeah.
Yeah. I want one of those.
The Solstice was going to be the next DeLorean. DeLorean was long gone, but the guy who owns DeLorean now, Steve Wynn in Texas, he was going to buy the rights to that, and then those were going to be the new DeLorean.
If only.
Never.
Right?
No.
Aunt, thanks for playing. Get off my set.
Well, and he's so smart. He's such a good businessman. We were talking to him, speaking of which, at the Radford thing. I hadn't seen him in ages, but we were talking about it, and he was like, I asked him how business was, because, knowing what's going on in the used collector car market. And he was like, we're sold out of everything. We can't, we have the parts on the shelves, but we can't make cars fast enough. We can't do the servicings fast enough for the people who want them. The waiting list is a year long.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
It's nuts.
I couldn't believe it.
The whole car market is just psychotic right now.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. I was just talking with a guy on the phone. He said our friend sold his Lamborghini SVJ.
Oh,
for
Paul?
$800,000.
Oh.
Purple one. Of course, I love purple.
Yeah.
So, always talking about purple stuff.
That's awesome.
But, yeah.
Was it bring a trailer or?
No,
or just,
private sale in Florida.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
There you go. This is South Florida car market. Yeah, and then there was one posted today. It was, I forget what was done to. Underground Racing did an SVJ. It's $1.75 million.
Oh, my God.
Sale. Yeah. It's crazy. But all these car prices are just through the roof. What am I going to buy next?
We were looking at some of the cars that are, sold through Auto Kennel recently.
Yeah.
And these are cars that he's even sold before previously. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to say some of the numbers, but I can't believe the hundreds of thousands of dollars that used Porsches are going for now.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Between used Porsches and, Land Cruisers. Just whew.
Just blew me away. It was 6 months ago. They were like, "Oh, the Porsche bubble's popped." I'll tell you that. And it was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't think so. I was like, the 997's coming up to classic status this year. It's all popping. Every single one is popping. It's crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Fucking Porsche market. It's everybody.
The GT over $1 million. Just 1.4 now. It's nuts.
And that's only gonna get exponential.
Yeah.
It's gonna do what the 4 GT did, I think.
Oh yeah. So 05 GTs are what 600,000 now. 500?
I think at
Crazy.
least. Yeah.
Crazy.
At least.
So I don't know what to do with it.
Are you a driver too? I know you like cars, but do you enjoy?
I love driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a good driver?
I drive a lot. A lot. I bought my Tesla a year and a half ago, and I put 40,000 miles on it.
Nice.
So
But
drove it across the country.
Oh, well, that is different.
Yeah.
But you're also going to clients and all the dealerships.
Yeah,
so you're doing
that's
all
great.
this
I
stuff,
can
right?
autopilot to do the important stuff, and then on the weekends I go woo.
Dude, that is the reason to get a Tesla. It really is.
Yeah,
until they outlaw that. Until they turn that off.
It took me down Mulholland on the way here. It's a great road.
Did it really?
Yeah.
It took you from
It took me like
Beverly Hills
up,
over.
Yeah, it took me like over Sunset and then through like Mulholland and then up like the side roads. I was like, this is
That's
awesome.
so awesome.
I'm like, this is the most like scenic drive to do a podcast I've ever done.
Today on the way down to Auto Kennel was my first time using the new Apple. It's a new Apple map system.
Ooh.
I don't know. It
You
got me there.
You got iOS 15.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff on there. There's some weird stuff on
Some
there.
weird stuff I don't like.
You
That
don't like the
open
search
things
bar?
in app.
The new search bar in Safari is at the bottom.
I like
Weird.
it because I've got this huge phone, and getting up to here was a hassle, even with these huge hands.
Oh yeah, I can't relate. I have to like.
So I like it small at the bottom. I like it down there. Now. Oh yeah, we were looking at I was looking at the Subaru Sport Track on the way
There
while
you
I was
go.
in the car with
Oh,
Will. I was like, that's the car I would drive every day.
That's awesome.
That would be my daily.
Yeah.
And when I looked it up, it starts at $22,000 for a 2021. I mean, if you can find one.
Plus 5K markup.
But I was still like, holy crap. I
Yeah.
think it's cool looking. Man, there's one with a Christmas tree on the top. I think it's cool looking. Whatever. I like that kind of thing. I like the car that you can buy that looks like it's already got all the shit bolted to it that I would have done anyway.
Yeah.
But they did it, so it's like got warranties and everything.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
That's done right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Hard
the
to
John
find a car
Cooper
done
Works
right, yeah.
or whatever. You know, the ones where they really kind of put their heart and soul into it. It's not
Yeah.
just the M Performance package or whatever.
Yeah.
Like something really special.
Yeah. So, it's good.
What kind of cars do you like? What are you into?
Man, I really like European cars, right? Like, I think the Europeans like really got a grasp on it. It's funny, you know,
I mean, I
Orange
agree.
County, there's a huge JDM scene, so I've learned a bunch.
Mm.
Like, I've never really been exposed to it. It's not really much of a thing in Florida, except like little pockets.
Mhm.
But here, it's like huge.
So are
right?
you saying Fast and the Furious 2 is not accurate? because
that
the
out.
first one
Cut that
was
out.
so accurate here in LA when they create I have a major beef with this as much as we love those movies and all, but like they created this fake car culture here in Los Angeles that never existed.
Yeah.
We didn't
that's
have
true.
it here until that damn movie.
Yeah.
And then, so did they do the same thing in Miami? Because I thought when they go to Miami in the second one, I was like, oh, well, they probably at least have that damn car culture down there because it kind of goes with the music and the everything, you know? Not so much? Shit!
I think it did for a while.
Screw
and then
them! Vin Diesel, Paul Walker. Sorry, Paul Walker.
It did. I think it did for a while, and then it kind of phased out as like people got more money and went into like trying to just outflex each other. You can't
Instead of
really,
like getting $20,000 paint jobs on their Eclipse
yeah,
convertible.
I mean, there's still some of that down there, but like, yeah,
Okay.
not like what it used to be.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's different out here though. Like the car scene's different, but you know, I was at all the exotic dealerships today, so it's really my bread and butter.
Yeah.
But it's,
That's what
it's
people are
weird, though,
clicking
'cause
on,
all the
right?
yeah, that's what people are clicking on.
The
but,
newest, hottest, shiny thing?
Yeah, but like all those cars are becoming the same.
Agreed.
So it's like
Pagani.
Koenigsegg and Pagani are like pretty different.
So that's what I was going to say. I knew that the lines were so blurred that I no longer knew which way was up when Pagani asked Lieberman to bring the Huayra BC Roadster up to Breakfast Club, and they drove it. And I was like, this is what we're doing now. We're just driving these $3.7 million cars up to getting rock chips and deer fucking carcasses and everything else. Like this is what we're doing now.
That's different.
And they want to come to our little. We're the opposite of the flashy thing. You know what I mean? Like everything about it was inside out.
Yeah.
We loved
was-
having
yeah.
it there and can't wait for the next one. You know what I mean? Can't
Yeah,
wait.
I don't get why they didn't bring that to Sunset GT. That was the same day. It made no sense. Like that was the flashy event of the day. It made no sense.
Oh, and then Malibu. That was maybe that day when they brought it over to
Yeah,
Malibu later.
Yeah, exactly.
On Sunday, yeah.
And it's just like, it was weird.
But having it up at the Crest was super cool because for one of those cars to exist up there previously, it would have had to have been trailered.
Yeah, most likely.
You know, I mean, like I don't know anybody who owns one that's driving it up to Newcomb's.
Yeah,
I mean, I hope there are some people,
just
but I've never
AMGs.
seen them.
They're just fancy AMGs.
Oh, I agree with you on all of those. But it's still $3.7 million,
it's the
and
pride
you need
of-
to keep it shiny in order to keep. You know, it's that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So once that was there and like trying to be seen by all these, you know what I mean? Like it was a weird in and out where I can't figure out which way is up and who's Bless you. I guess what I'm trying to say is the people
She's
who I
allergic to
think
me.
used to know what they're doing, I don't think they know what they're doing anymore. And I think it's the people like you who know what they're doing who are now telling those other people which way is up.
Yeah, hopefully. I think the next generation needs to come in for some of these other companies, and it's either going to go really uphill or really downhill, and we'll see what happens.
Well, that's...
Right, like Horatio Pagani's, 60-something years
Yeah, but
old
the kid's
now?
involved. In fact, it was the son who actually asked Lieberman
Well,
to
yeah,
bring
he
it
runs
over
all the
here.
stuff in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
And so the kids aren't getting the guidance from the parents properly. So everything's kind of been one direction, and now it's kind of going this way. And so we'll kind of see where it goes.
Do you have good parental influence?
No.
You got this way on your own?
No, my dad's super cool. I have a cool dad. He was at
But being
Cars
a-
and Coffee.
Being a cool dad is great, but it's not the same as almost what I'm talking about. You know
No,
what
but
I
he's
mean?
a cool dad because he taught me a bunch of cool things, right?
Understood.
Like, they're like cool dads that are just flashy. Like, my dad's not flashy. He barely has an Instagram. Like, I think he's got like 7 followers.
And you're one of them.
Yeah,
Totally.
so it's like, it's just funny. It's like, yeah, he's very like low key and private, but like, he's taught me all this wisdom, and so I'm super fortunate to have that.
Well, that's what I was
part
getting
of why
at.
I have this unique mindset.
That's what I was getting at. So
Yeah.
you're attributing it to somewhere. It's not just.
Of course, yeah, it's
I'm amazing. I am on a pedestal. I'll show you.
yeah, no. I mean, I think all knowledge is learned from somewhere, whether it's a family or a friend or mentor or
Agreed, but
something.
not everyone knows
But-
where they get stuff, and not
Yeah.
everyone gives credit to where they get
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, a lot of these car owners too, like, you know, the people that own a $3.7 million car, like, they did something right to get there, right? And they all have their own different types of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when I was 17, going around all these car shows, like not knowing what I was doing, understanding the world, I was just asking these people, and I asked people different questions, which is, you know, that video that you shared on Instagram of me dancing,
Mhm.
right? Like, it was like, what questions should you not ask a car collector?
Yeah.
Right? And like a lot of these
Which
people,
was
they-
very informative because a lot of people
Yeah.
don't even know.
well, they go in with the wrong mindset. They're like, oh, like, you know, like, I want these cars, like, just like show me how to do it, and no one's just gonna like open their cards for you.
Use your free
Like-
wisdom, yeah.
Yeah, it's like no one's
The
gonna be
world
like,
doesn't
oh,
work that
here's
way.
all the secrets to success right here. Like, there are no secrets to success. You just gotta understand like yourself, your direction, and like understand what process to take. Right? But like a lot
yeah,
of these people,
you
like,
have to know yourself so that you can get out of your own way. I find.
That's true. And so, yeah. And so, like, you know, a lot of these people, I went up to them and I asked them very genuine questions. Like, had very little to do with, oh, like, this F50 that you have. Like, how much did you pay for it? Like, oh, you're worth this much money. Cool.
Yeah, people are
You
doing
know?
that
How
the
many
math in their
cars
head.
do you have? Oh,
Keep
you
it.
have 8 cars valued at approximately 500,000. Okay, this guy's worth 100-something million. Like, no one wants to talk. Some of the people, they have great egos. They're like, oh yeah, you know, but you know, most
Great
of these people,
egos. Listen to you. Some people have great egos. That was good.
Yeah.
That was great.
But like, you know,
Your positioning is genius. It's like you went through media training like in high school or something. So good.
so yeah. But yeah, like, you know, these people, they genuinely want to talk about what they did. They're proud of what they
Mm-hmm.
did. Most of them.
A lot of people will tell you how they made their
Asterisk.
money and they want to. It's just not going to be that checklist you want of
Yeah,
how they made their money.
Exactly. Yeah. It's yeah, but they, you know, you're like, oh, like, you know, what were you doing at my age? That's a great question that, like, you know, people are like, they have to think back. Like, oh, what was I doing at 24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know, I was doing this and that. Like, my life wasn't flashy. You know, most
That's a
people-
great one.
Yeah, most people, they don't realize that, like, these people weren't just, well, some of them, but a lot of these people weren't born into, you know, this wealth.
Yeah.
They had to work for it. So it's kind of, it humbles the people at a moment. They're like, yeah, like, I really appreciate all the stuff I did.
Absolutely.
So I was like asking all these cool questions. And I'm like, yo, what were you doing? What is this? You know? And they give the best advice too. Well, they don't even, a lot of them don't call it advice. They call it experience. So it's better to ask about their experience than look for advice.
Absolutely.
Because then you're like asking for something, and then you have to give something in return.
Beyond that, the thing that I learned after the first or the second time you do whatever that is, whatever worked for somebody else isn't going to work for you. You know, even if you found that one magic guy who's like, you know what? I always said that the 100th person who asked me, I would just, give them the winning lottery ticket. Yeah, here it goes, and here's the list. If you went home and did that list, it wouldn't work for you. That was them, there, then, that.
Yeah.
There's so many factors at play.
Yeah, you can't start Apple II today. It's like,
Even if you followed it exactly the same template. No, it's different.
yeah.
I think that it's hard for most people to kind of maybe grasp all of that.
Yeah, and you have to assume that you know nothing and then just absorb information. Like even the guy I was with last week, big investor, he's got so many cool stories, and you think you understand something, and then someone gives you a completely different perspective. You're like, wow,
The world just got bigger.
yeah, I know nothing about the world. Ugh. Got to start all over again.
That makes me happy, though. Isn't that great when you have those realizations?
Well, yeah, because you're like, okay.
I mean, life kicks you in the ass a little bit, but also you're like, oh, I'm back to not knowing, and that's really a much better place to be than thinking I know.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, let's just start here again.
I guess it's knocking your ego out, right? It's pulling the carpet out.
You need to be, you need to be humbled all the time. I think that's the best part of it.
Keep yourself off that pedestal,
crazy.
damn it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So step stool's great. Pedestal's not great.
There's a limit. There's a line.
Oh, yeah, I found a way to reach the ground. I got to cross the legs there. It is.
You're hilarious. I don't know if this was a show or not. Did we talk about the things that you wanted to talk about?
I mean,
there
I'm
wasn't
just here
anything.
For a good time. I'm not pushing any agendas.
That's what. Yeah.
I'm just here to just have a good time.
I feel like I got to know you a little bit better, but it just locked in what I already thought. So I can't wait to see you again. I'm sure we'll run into each other. Please come back here anytime.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll swing by Malibu on Sunday.
Nice.
There's a bunch of stuff going on in Westlake.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
Yeah.
What's up?
There's something at Finish Line Auto Club, and then there's BH2's doing a breast cancer rally.
There's a Finish Line in Westlake?
Yep.
Is it the same Finish Line that's down by you? Oh, no shit.
That one's all sold out too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I haven't been there yet, so they're like, "Oh, come by." So
Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
Okay.
It's early.
There's a lot of stuff. There's Paradise Cove on Sunday as well.
Ooh,
but I don't know if we're supposed to even. I probably shouldn't have even said that.
Nope. Bleep.
Well, I mean, it's a place. There's a place.
Yeah, it's in
place
Monterey
and it's
County. Yeah.
Well, we'll see you out and about. I'm not worried about it. Now that we know each other, I have a
everywhere all
feeling
the
we'll run
time,
into
yeah.
each other a lot.
Yeah, you gotta tell me every time you're in Orange County.
I will. If there's ever anything that we can do for you, you already seem happy, so I'm not going to go there with it. But I mean, either me, Nicole, or our little show here, or anybody that we know, if there's anything that we can ever do for you, please let me know.
Likewise.
The Native 4 thing I think is a great. You guys should do something together. You both have really good, young, infectious, passionate energy.
Infectious.
I'm using that in a good way. I know. I realize now because
I was sitting there. I was like,
because of the
time sensitive.
I just realized, that's not an evergreen comment anymore, is it?
Nah, there are a lot of
during
words that were
COVID
canceled
2021.
in the last 2 years. A lot of canceled words.
But like I say, laughter is infectious. Your enthusiasm is infectious.
I love the contagious, infectious.
Contagious is. See, I feel they're both bad. It's all bad now.
I just won't laugh so hard till I come.
Like catch your good vibes. Ooh, good vibes. I don't have anything on that card that I need to do because I don't know what's happening. Next week, there may be people here, there may not be. I can tell you that Tim Pappas is going to be here, race car driver and real estate developer. Tim Pappas is going to be here sometime in October. Gabe Abelson will be back. He used to be a head writer on Letterman and a head writer on Leno. Wink, wink. Can't imagine whatever, but he'll be here soon, and we'll talk about the new writing staff and all of the things coming up.
Awesome.
Otherwise, Friday, tomorrow, GVBC up at Newcomb's Ranch, 9 to 11. And Instagram. Anybody's still here? Oh, there are just a couple people still left. Every time I put it over there, everybody drops off. Sorry, all. And then, you know what? Wasn't there a question for you on Instagram that we should probably correct? I love that. False wrap up.
Check 1 2 1 2.
What's wrong with asking what kind of cars I get the others? Okay, so whatever, we know. I hate it when asked how much I paid for my car. Now how you go? Okay, Doug. You know what? This seems to be just a bunch of people who are talking about you and the other thing.
There you go. Yeah.
I didn't think you was really that short. Then you jumped down. Ha, ha, ha. That's from Brendan Dabney. And Jacob Wagner 8 says, I'll ask all of them and then ask your height. Is your height a running joke on your Instagram?
It's
clearly one on mine.
People ask me all the time. I tell them I'm 7'3".
Oh, good. Yeah, I would do that. That's
Like,
hilarious.
Yeah, I'll use like the wide angle camera and take pictures above tall people like this. And then I'm like, yeah, see, I'm 7'3", and they're like, whoa, how do you fit in these cars? I'm like, oh,
That's
so
hilarious. So this is it. So a lot of people don't go. They don't do the deep dive. They're just whatever's on the surface, and they take it at face value.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. Ariel said, based on the things that you had said not to ask, she goes, "Oh, that just scratches the surface." So good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So tomorrow, Breakfast Club, we're done, right? We did it. Do you feel good about this?
I feel great. All the
You're
time.
amazing. I'm sorry I wasn't better for you. I love you. We love you. We all love you at home. Please love one another, and we'll see you out there. Have a great weekend.